everyone, and welcome back to my Jess Adventures. Of course, we are having an event today. So what's the event then, Jess?
We are going for a tour around Wallace and Gromit, and we're going underneath Derby Race and looking at all the mechanics and all the horses that used to be out.
Yeah, of course, you can just see behind us that it is Derby Race that we are starting off first. Of course, the ride was operating from 11 o'clock this morning till 4 p.m. Of course, we will get in harness, all the briefing done, and of course we'll all be getting hard hats. So of course, this is the first time Pleasure Beach have ever done an event like this before. Of course, thank you for Pleasure Beach for inviting us down and showing us around Derby Race and Wallace and Gromit. Of course, what we'll do now, go on, of course, we'll just show you around what goes on the Derby Racer, and then we'll make our way over to our square. You look forward to it then, Jess?
I am very looking forward to it.
Of course, we look for this for a whole week. I think most fans have as well. So yeah, so come and join us as we go underneath Derby Racer and around Wallace and Gromit. So here we are then waiting to get into Derby Racer. Of course, we have got lanyards. Of course, we do get to keep these, which is nice of them. Of course, we do get to ride the ride. Of course, we love the Derby Racer, don't we, Jess?
Yes.
Hi, who's the general manager there, a guy called Frank Wright. I took a bit of pressure out of the roller coaster here. But he also built the Wild Mouse, which I'm sure you will fondly remember. This ride goes about 25 miles an hour. It's 3 times faster than a regular carousel, and it does 6 rotations per minute. So 1 rotation now takes about 10 seconds. If you sit on the outside, obviously it's faster, and it travels counterclockwise, which is the American way for carousels. Our other 2 carousels travel in the UK direction. So UK carousels normally turn clockwise. So it's a bit of an oddity, and that's because of its American descent. And because of its American descent, it came about because there's 2 rides. We're actually 5 in total, and there's 2 that are still running. There's only 3 of these left in the world, and the other 2 are in America. One of them is a park called Cedar Points, a nice park, and the other one is a Rye Playground, which is the park that is in the film Big, drawing enough to remember that. Now, I was talking to Wayne, who works in our engineering department, has done 30 years, and he used to work on this ride. He remembers when it had no fences around it, and it was cash only, and he used to jump on and off the ride whilst the ride was still running in order to collect the cash off the guests who were riding. So that's a nice little novelty story. I'm a coaster geek, as you know, you probably know. I'm not an organ geek, unfortunately, but I do know that the organ over there originally came from Belgium, and it still works on cardboard. The music is actually on cardboard sheets that are fed through, and each song can be between 6 and 12 metres long in order to get music coming through it. So that's nice. That's a little fact for you. All the white horses that you see around the edge as well aren't actually from the Derby Racer. They're the original ride, Cars Off the Steeplechase rides. So they're not actually related to the Derby Racer. They're just here because they're horses. Okay, so on the behind the scenes bit, we do have to do some safety stuff that you need to be aware of. We'll do something similar before we go into Wallace and Gromit. Please, we're going to split you into little groups as you come through here in a second. Please stay with your group, stay with the guides. You're going to do 1 rotation downstairs underneath the ride. Unless you're in Dave's group, we took a group and the other day went around twice because we got confused. So if you're with Dave, you're going to get a lot of the tour. Photos and filming is fine, but please concentrate on your surroundings. There are stairs. There's no ceilings, there's lower light levels, and some low beams. There is cushions on the beams, but I still don't want to hit your head, so obviously watch out for that. Please don't wander off and follow any instructions we give you. Please look, but don't touch. Moving heavy metal parts don't go well with soft human limbs and hands, etc. So look, don't touch. Sorry I have to say this, but adults. Obviously, if anyone goes away that's not acceptable, then that's the end of their tour and the end of their visits as well. So sorry about that, we do have to say I'm sure not going to apply to any of you. You will encounter a large pipe that goes out towards the sea. Please don't go venturing down that, it needs to be upside down and we don't want to start seeing you again. You'll understand what I mean when you see it. And as I said, we'll do this in little batches of groups, about 20, 25 of you. And then when we come back up, feel free to take photos and then we'll see you around that one. Alright? So we'll start with the first people. If you want to come through, come to me. Yeah, we'll take the first. So anyone wants to just come through or make this
Here we are then making our way behind the scenes. Look forward to it, Jess. Behind the scenes. Look forward to it.
I am.
Of course, you did hear some safety briefing then.
Sorry.
So we are then making our way into the door.
Just watch your head.
Yeah. Boy. Good boy. It's quite exciting, isn't it, Jess? It does feel weird. Something you don't do or see every day if you're in the park.
Alright guys, just watch your head here. Just watch your heads here, guys.
Oh, look at this.
Here we go.
Now
Just
this
watch your head as you come, guys. Right guys,
Proper geek shot.
so you
This
can
is a
see
geek
lots
shot.
and lots of cables. If you stay with me guys, you see lots and lots of cables, and actually the main drive motor will come past as we come round, but you'll see that there's a cable that actually runs through the drive motor and then round the whole of the edge of the perimeter of the ride. Now if we want to do some maintenance on the inner horses, this hole down here is what we have to crawl through in order to get access to there. So you can imagine it's quite a messy job. And then to have a bit of tension on that cable, we pop all the old parts in here, and that's perfectly balanced to give it a bit of tension on the cable. All right. So you probably know about this ride that it goes up and down as it's going round. It has two motivators, one spread equally to the other one, and that's what used to make the horses go forwards and backwards. If you're wondering why it doesn't anymore, it's because it's really, really complicated and it's an engineering nightmare, and so that's why it's done. It's now you just get to go up and down instead. All right. So watching your heads, because there is low bits. If you follow me, we'll do a nice little rotation round, and you can.
Fascinating, isn't it, Jess?
Very good geek shot.
It is a geek shot. Of course, this is
Massive geek shot.
yeah. Of course, if you are theme park enthusiasts like we are, because of course we're not roller coaster enthusiasts, we're just theme park enthusiasts.
Just watch that then.
Oh, nice.
Just water.
Oh wow.
Just watch that water.
Of course, if you haven't already, make sure you do subscribe to this channel, to the Ride Jess Adventures, because there could be more of this in the near future. Of course, it is very low ceiling.
You can actually see some of the work that we've done when we've replaced stuff in recent years, obviously the cleaner stuff.
All the wheel bearings and everything, all the mechanicals.
We also have, you'll notice on the side we have bits and pieces, some of which have been used, and then the cleaner ones are when we hold spares. Very often with stuff like this it's really difficult to get hold of, so when we order stuff, we order it in multiples and then keep the multiples for those rare occasions when suddenly you need a drive wheel or something for the Derby racer. So. Now, if you've got a torch, remember I said about that hole that goes out to sea? You could probably go back down there.
Like Alice in Wonderland.
So yeah, there you go. It's part. We think it's part of the drainage.
So of course that does go down into the
And then the
sea.
engineers do have routes up. There's a couple of these, and there's also hatches in the floor, which you probably don't notice when you're on the ride, but that allows access to different key parts of the ride as well. So you don't necessarily have to come down or up the route that we came today.
Hello! That's going to send the operators really bad.
Of course, you've got some old wheels here as well.
So these are some more of those spare parts that I was talking about.
Of course, make sure you do follow us on Instagram as well, Ride Just Adventures. And of course, our Facebook page.
In here, guys. It's a bit wet, so just take care here. But you can see the main drive motor.
No, this is a
You can
proper
see
gig
that
shot.
cable that I was talking about.
Oh,
Stuck
wow,
there
look
on
at
the top of the motor, and that runs there and off, and you can see it goes actually all the way around. Now, when we come to braking the ride, it's very much like your brakes that you'd find on a bicycle wheel, and we apply them by pumping the brake, and it does it gradually. We don't apply the brakes all of a sudden like that because we want to keep 112 people on the horses that they're riding. All right.
Whereabouts are we at the moment then?
So we're just at the back, so that flight of stairs there, that's where we came down. So we're about to go back
Very
up.
disorientating.
It is, isn't it? That's why Dave went round twice.
Yes.
This is fantastic, this is.
There we go, guys. So we're just going to nip back up. Just watch your heads again.
I like seeing all the good shots.
Yeah.
Watch your heads, guys. Watch your heads.
Good, bless you.
Very much.
Of course, it is very messy down there, as you could tell.
Come this way.
Oh, here we are.
Head over there then, guys. All right, we'll meet you by Valhalla shortly.
So here we are then, making our way down to Icon. Of course, we've got Wallace and Gromit with us as well. Look forward to it, Jess. Icon.
I am.
Because it is our favourite roller coaster. Of course, if I haven't already known that. Of course, we didn't even know anything about having a ride on Icon. So all we knew thought that was a tour underneath Derby Racer and around Wallace and Gromit. We'll see you all down in Icon. So here we are, they're making our way down to Icon. Of course, the park's first double launch roller coaster, manufactured by Mack. It is a great ride, this. So much surprises, it's unreal how that you don't expect from an event like this. What's this now? Is that our third time on it today then, Jess? Fourth time? Of course, it's just what I love about this coaster is how it impacts all three different rides, including Big Dipper, Infusion and Big One. Of course, there's not much news on Big Dipper yet. Of course, we've got Skyforce over there as well. Avalanche. So it'd be nice if they did carry on painting that. But of course, if you give you a zoom into the lift hill, it has been painted up, which is not quite nice to see. Of course, Big Dipper over there as well. I think they're going to carry on painting that at some point as well. Let's dare to ride. Icon. Icon.
Yeah!
Oh! I don't know who should win actually. Alright, we're going to split it in half. You half and you half. So when I say Oggy, 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 this side you're going to say Wallace, Wallace, Wallace. You guys are going to shout Gromit, Gromit, Gromit. I'm going to do this side first, alright, are we ready? Oggy, Oggy, Oggy! Oggy, Oggy, Oggy! Oh, Gromit, you have to be a bit louder than that. Alright, we're going to do one more time. Gromit, get ready. Oggy, Oggy, Oggy!
Wallace, Wallace, Wallace!
Oggy, Oggy, Oggy! Oh, guys, you did it, you did it. Well done. Give yourselves a round of applause, guys.
Oi.
Everyone else should have got to the next show.
So the last train on icons just coming in, so just wait a minute and then we'll get started with this part, guys.
Oh, we got a group 6!
Oh, yes!
It's confiscated my microphone!
You don't need it!
Is it because I'm scouts?
Oh!
What's she saying now? Oh no. Right, okay, can you all hear me all right?
Yeah!
Okay, good. So, we're about to embark on behind the scenes tour on Wallace and Gromit. Yeah, that's right. Exciting stuff. Okay, so Wallace and Gromit, for those of you that don't know, opened in April 2013, and Nick Park from Ardman was present. And this was a project between Blackpool, Pleasure Beach, Ardman and WGH Engineering to make this ride happen, and we spent over £5 million on it. The ride itself lasts about 4 minutes and has scenes from obviously famous Wallace and Gromit films, including A Grand Day Out, The Wrong Trousers, A Close Shave, and The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, and The Matter of Loaf and Death. The track is about 902 feet long, and you're going to get to walk the entire track. This ride, hopefully, if you, well, it depends how old you are, but if you're old as me, you'll remember when it was a gold mine ride, which actually opened in 1971 and then closed in 2011. And the Wallace and Gromit ride runs on the same layout as that ride. And then there are some relics of the old gold mine, not me, inside the ride. Bizarrely, there's an Indiana Jones frozen in carbonite inside the ride, which you'll get to see, hidden away in there, which was in the original ride. And there's also, I've been told not to say this by Leanne, that was trying to whip me into a frenzy before, but my favourite bit of the ride is the bread smell, but it's fake. And it comes from a smell pod, and so no actual bread has ever been baked inside this ride. Oh, I know, okay. But this is why you're here, to see behind the scenes. All right, like on the Derby Racer, and it's, I don't want to say it's a bit more important, but it is important that we have to do the safety side of this as well. We're going to take you in groups. You're going to be in smaller groups, which will become very obvious why when you start walking through the ride. So if you're not in the first group or the second group or whatever, then please be as patient as possible, and hopefully the payoff will be the walk through when you get to it, and we will get to all of you, so don't worry. Like me, you will have to wear a helmet during this, and we are going to provide those for you in a second. And Wallace and Gromit's ride layout is complex. It's enclosed, it has uneven surfaces, it has down and up sections, there's enclosed spaces, there's darkness, there's low ceilings. This sounds terrible. There's potential fall hazards, potential trip hazards, and there's even a were-rabbit. So you need to be aware of these risks and follow the direction of the staff that are going in with you. You will be accompanied at all times. There'll be a member of staff at the front and a member of the staff at the rear of each group. We're here for your safety. Any problems, any issues or whatever, you just let one of those two members of staff that are with you know. Don't wander off and listen to any instructions given. You need to stay on the walkway at all times. Don't leave the walkway to enter the character scenes at all. We know you want pictures with the scenes, that's fine, you can do the selfies and all that stuff, but do not climb into the signs and get up close and personal to the characters, please. And you must also, you're going to be walking on a walkway, you must not cross the track. It's really important, because if you do, that exposes you to a higher risk. There's full risks, as I said before. And also there's the orange cable, which is the electrical connection that runs the entire length of the ride, which you'll see. Don't touch that. For obvious reasons, but I have to tell you about it, and also engineering will be very, very annoyed, and you don't want to upset them. Okay. What else? So we're not expecting any fire alarms. If a fire alarm goes off, then we'll leave by the nearest fire exit. Please no eating or drinking once we're inside the ride. Obviously no smoking or vaping. Like when we went under the Derby Racer, photos and filming are fine, but please concentrate on your surroundings whilst you're doing that. As we said on the last one, please be adults and behave. I'm sure you all will. We want you to have fun and we want you to come on future events. When we get to the exit of this, we need our helmets back, if that's all right, and then you are free to go into the shop. There's some exclusive merch. Ooh! Yeah, that's right. And we've also got Tea Cafe open, so have a shop if you want to in the shop, that's fine. If you want a snack or a drink from Tea Cafe, that's fine. And then that is the end of the event, and you can exit the park and down through the arc. Obviously, once the event's over, we're happy for you to stay in the shop and happy you to buy drinks. We'll give you about an hour before we release the dogs, all right? All right, so that's how it's going to work. Okay? And then finally, I just have to say thank you, because I probably won't speak to you again unless you're in one of my groups. Thank you very much for attending this evening. I hope you enjoy the remainder of this and you enjoy the tour. Thank you for coming, we really do appreciate it. And we hope to see as many as possible of you on August the 12th for our next event, which is Behind the Onion. Ooh. So, there we go, and you should know what the onion is if you're a fan. It's an onion, not an ice cream. Teardrop. It's an onion. Right, anyway, before this descends into Oggy again, if you want to, so we can have the first group. How we can do it? Yep. Okay, so Andy over there is going to start, and we'll see you in a moment.
One more time! Oggy!
Okay, so you're going to bring the first tunnel, guys. Just keep on up.
So how was that then, Jess?
You're going to start making your way through that one for me.
Ooh. Now the adventure begins. Of course, Andy just said on the August the 12th is the next event going up to Big Dipper. We'll see if we can get inside Wallace and Gromit.
The ride automatic takes your photos, you're passing the centre. So as you're walking past Wallace, obviously everybody gives a thumbs up and smile, even though you're walking, your photos should still appear at the end. So I'm making an assumption that's all over. The flash will go off, so. It's not the same.
Well, I'll do 2 minutes and he's going in and I'll 2 minutes and then we'll just cut. A minute and 43. 2 minutes.
I know it's all painted black, but avoid it with the rails.
Of course, we have got our hard hats on.
Thank you.
Oh, got to get a flash now. Camera on camera. A bit blinding that. Of course, it is a green screen. Of course, just take our time.
Watch your step in, guys. Jog up a little bit.
You excited about this, Jess?
I am very excited.
Of course, we all have to wear hard hats on this event.
We should have had the music on when we were walking back.
Mind you step on this corner, guys. Obviously, you can see the tracks and have a corner.
Of course, it's the first scene off on the ride.
I'll get everybody on this.
Of course, the lights are on. Bit narrow, eh?
How are you guys? So I'll talk to you as you're walking. So just make you aware, when you're normally riding the attraction, you come down this hill. There are fans that blow air up this tunnel to give you the impression that you're actually travelling a lot faster. You can actually see it's been loads. It's got a quite a neat climb in it. It's nowhere near as steep or as fast as you might imagine.
Be careful when you're cutting, guys. Make sure you're not slipping near the track.
Of course, the walls are made of polystyrene.
So we're just going to head into the rocket seat. A little bit of information, this ride is actually over 3 layers, or 3 levels, so as we're walking around, if you look through the floor, in some areas, you may even see the track of this ride underneath your thing, especially when you get around the other side. Obviously the rocket seat, you know your Wallace and Gromit history from the first season, around the hours. To kind of give you an idea where you are on the park, we're right next to the ghost train ride, which is just on the other side of us. We just walk past it, it's kind of behind over there. And just over that side, on the other side of that wall, would have been where the wild mouse used to sit. Beneath us, obviously the rocket scene, there's also did anybody come to our Journey to Hell event? So if you came to our Journey to Hell event, you'll remember the event called the Tunnels, where you walked off the river caves and through a tunnel. That's on the ground level below us, just on the other side of that wall over there. I'm going to grab a couple of photos. There we are.
Of course, this is quite sketchy with camera. Another one as well. On a porridge maker.
So originally the plan was to use the original track, but what they found with the shape and the style of the vehicles was that unfortunately the bends weren't tight enough, so we had to have a massive retracking unfortunately for us. That obviously expanded the cost of the project. It wasn't a refit, but we had a retrack as well. So a lot of the structure obviously it's still the same pathway edge where you can see all the walls are still that original gold mine, sort of rocky mine thing to them, but the actual track has been retracked so it's a wider gauge that they're on turnpike.
Okay, I love that one. Yep. There we go, more space now.
So make you aware we're actually underneath another piece of track on the same ride. It goes around and it comes across above us. When we're walking that section, you may see it through to this section below.
Oh, there you go. We'll give you a bit of a zoom in. Don't know how much you're going to see. Of course, it's the rabbit scene. It's quite fascinating, that. Love doing tours like this. Because it is a privilege for Pleasure Beach to put this event on, really.
You'll notice as we walk around the ride, you'll see these little curtains and these fire exit doors. These are obviously all the fire emergency exits that lead down the ride. This one, for example, leads out to where it comes out to there used to be a bar underneath at the back of the ghost train. I don't know if you guys have been here a long time ago. There used to be a little bar and a restaurant where we now have our grotto in that area underneath the ramp by the Alice ride and Magnolia's ice cream parlour. There's a room behind there, and you can walk out this door and it literally leads straight there. It also leads down to the river case rides. There's a load of labyrinth tunnels. That pathway there, for example, leads through, and you can get down to the level that when we walk to the bottom of the slope before we hit the rocket seat. So there's all these little intricate pathways inside the ride. This should be actually to point out that the walkway has these map struts that support it. If you don't mind, just mindset to come round, take them one at a time.
Any further then, Jess?
No, I'm enjoying it.
So to try and give you another idea of where you are within Pleasure Beach, we're on the Wallace and Gromit Ride, but underneath us is the river caves, and behind you this round circular wall, and underneath that section is actually the ice cave of the river caves, follows around there, and it used to fill this entire void, but when the ride was rebuilt as the Wallace Ride, they sort of took back some of that space. It used to be quite a big cave. Now you ride it around that bend where all the stalactites are, it's a lot smaller, and that's because this has been built here now, so that's what this sort of circular bend is part of the river cage ride. Yeah, so behind those curtains is effectively you can't see, but inside this piece here, where it's like a round tunnel piece here, and that hallway there is that bend where you go into the cave, follow it around, and go back out again. That's what's actually underneath us here. Getting a bit awkward this bit, so apologies guys.
So that must be where we like the sparkly lights are.
Yeah. Of course, what he just said was we're above the river caves where the sparkly lights are underneath that cloth. So if you do look up, you can hear it. Right, this is sketching off. This is a bit narrow. Because if you are enjoying these videos, if you are enjoying these videos, make sure you do subscribe. Of course, we will be back again on the August the 12th on a Saturday, so that'll be another special one coming up. So if you are interested in doing this, make sure you do sign up to the club, to the Pleasure Beach fan club, and you can get emails when the next events are coming up. Here's my running range. Of course, we are now into the bread scene.
So where we are now is probably the lowest section of the ride. Off this corridor, this part of the ride here, are a couple of fire exits lead that way. So to give you an idea of where you are in the park is, on the other side of this wall is a fire exit. On the other side of that is the Watson Road tunnel where the cars and vehicles can drive through. So you can literally step out of here, step across a corridor, open another fire exit door, and you're outside the park in the Watson Road tunnel underneath the park. So on the other side of that wall is all the river caves rides. That's in the ground level.
Yeah, some pictures both for our Digest Adventures. Of course, make sure you do head over to that to our Instagram page, and it'll be on our Facebook page as well. Of course, this is where me and Jess broke down. Of course, comment down below if you want to see that video.
On your heads again, guys.
Don't bang your head this time.
So we're in the museum seat from the rock houses, and just again another part of the ride, the layout and structures. There's a secret door in that wall. You might be able to see the outline of it in the corner. And that leads straight through to the rocket seat. So from our point of view, when we need to get through the ride quickly to assist guests during these evacuations, we can get in and out of the ride sections quite easily from here.
really awkward now with a camera. Great fun though.
Just gonna hold on here for a bit to give you a chance to move ahead. So we're entering the part of the ride that's dedicated to Curse of the Were-Rabbit. As you can see from the video, you can also obviously see how much of the original mine train rock work is still there at present, but obviously for rabbit burrows it's perfect as a transition thing.
Got for Jess as well. You enjoying it?
Yeah, I am.
Money well spent on here. Of course, there are low points as well. Some things you don't notice when you're on the ride. These rabbits down there.
Sorry, just giving you a chance to make about fire exits that lead from the rides and the number of things that will hang down towards Rabbit Scene. These pathways now lead us to the other stations.
Just lost my foot in then.
Okay guys.
Of course, I do apologise for that swearing in case you did hear it. Of course, there's that trail up there. Some pictures as well.
Wow, is it Indiana Jones? What is it? Han Solo the Carbonite rethemed, that's my art. Talk about that when we get there.
Oh, you're going to remember so much. Yeah.
Sorry guys. It's alright, I've got all day. I should have spoke more. I normally waffle. I get told off for it. It's fine. Mine is guys, just come around the corner. I'll put it back. Okay, so some of you are aware that this used to be the gold mine ride before that, before it was the Wallace and Gromit Ride. And some of you may recall we used to have a ride on site called the Space Invader. So when we had the Space Invader, if anybody rode it, you'll notice that some of the theming on that ride was very similar to Star Wars. I don't know whether we owned an IP or we were allowed to have the IP, but we did have some Star Wars memorabilia. And what we were given were several copies of the Han Solo Carbonite figure. Now we couldn't duck them all over the site, so when they themed this ride as the gold mine, they re-themed one of those Han Solos as a Indiana Jones. And when we then went to because that it's the same series, and when we went to this because of the Wallace and Gromit Ride, they didn't remove it. So hidden behind this curtain is Han Solo with a Harrison Ford with a lamp mounted into his hand, some trousers mounted onto him, but effectively, you know, I don't remember Harrison Ford looking like that in Indiana Jones, but this is Harrison Ford from originally in Carbonite from Star Wars, rethemed as Indiana Jones for this particular attraction, and then we've covered it up for this attraction because obviously we know we don't actually have rights to IP now. People don't see it as they're riding the ride. Some of you may see it, know it exists, but you're welcome to get your photo with it if you want to now.
There you go, you can get a closer look at that if you want. Well, of course, we'll show you a closer look at that.
It's been there since the ride opened as an original gold mine. So. Again, mind yourself as you come around. As you walk up here as well, you'll notice you look through the gaps in the floor. We're actually now above the track that led from the rocket seat. So when we were walking up that section, and you saw Wallace going down through the hatch in the roof into his pants at the dinner table. This is the bit of track that was above your head. 5 seconds from here, guys.
Of course.
So we're on the final one now.
There it is. Quite fascinating stuff that you don't actually get to see that on ride unless you are really into it.
So we're heading back up towards the station level, which is clearly the third level of the line.
It takes you quite a while, you don't realise how many levels you've got to go up. So we're going further up now. So the back up to the top, so we've got down to
a couple of awkward steps. We're just going to take a little shortcut through here, but mind you step anyway, because obviously there's the steps to the side there. You just cut through this corner, we're just literally just missing out.
Oh, taking a shortcut now. Don't like shortcuts. Well, that's what we really need to do it. There we go. Of course, yeah, they just took you around the side there, really. Of course, the garden gnome, protected by anti-pesto. Of course, the big man himself.
Okay, guys.
It's really fascinating how close you can get to these, really. Of course, there he is. Of course, the slipper as well. Quite cool for sitting there, actually.
Just mind your heads here, guys, it's a bit low, not magic.
Throw some pictures on the wall.
Really?
So make sure you do check out that vlog from On My Footage. Of course, you should all the theming as well. Of course, there you go. To end on the Wallace and Gromit tour. Yeah, so we've just done the tour. We have been given a certificate as well. Of course, some exclusive fan merch. Of course, you can take as long as you want now. Of course, try and give, because we've already got the lanyard, so that's one of them. Got the certificate, like I just said. Of course, there it is. Just give you a zoom in on that. There you go. There's that exclusive fan merch. Of course, the mug as well. Of course, I do love me merch. We might get it next time. Right, there you go. Wallace and Gromit done. So there we go, then we've just done the grand tour. So how was it then, Jess?
It was amazing.
Yeah, of course, that is the best thing ever that Blackpool Pleasure Beach have ever done this year, because it is brand new. So of course, if you are interested in doing it, so do make sure you do sign up to the fan club email, and you will get sent emails on when the next one is. Of course, they did announce before that the next one is in August on the 12th, which is a Saturday, so we are doing that. Of course, it's quite nice that we can actually film this as well. So yeah, so anything else you want to add, Jess?
No, that's it.
Of course, if you haven't already,
Please subscribe and like this video.
yeah, of course, if you want to see more with this stuff, that will be coming in August. Of course, it'll be on a separate playlist because it's a special event. So yes, do make sure you follow us on Facebook as well, at Ride Jess Adventures, Instagram as well, and also our YouTube channel. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next video.